My name is JMO.
My name is Jay.
And I'm Roz.
And we're
Really Family!
What are we watching today?
Today we are watching
the real comeback video.
Yeah, so if you watched our, what was it, Bulletproof Part 2 reaction, we talked about that, that song and that music video being BTS's comeback music video, which it wasn't in a sense because it was released after their debut. So it wasn't their debut, it was the, you know, their next...
their follow-up.
Their follow-up, exactly. The music video that we're reacting to today is N.O, and it was the title track for their second album, Oh Are You Late Too? So this would have been their official first comeback. Just so you guys know, we are a newer army, so we don't know everything yet. So we are probably gonna make mistakes from time to time, so please don't roast us. Yeah, you can kindly correct us, but please don't roast us for being wrong.
Do you know the song?
Yes.
Do you know this song?
I do know the song.
Have you seen the video?
No.
Have you seen the video?
I've seen the music video, but it's been a while since the last time I watched it.
Okay. I know the song, and I've seen the video probably maybe earlier this morning.
Yeah,
but that's just because I always have BTS looping in the background, so. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited. Yes, I'll just be quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, this looks so different.
Their hair.
Oh my
God! It's like throwing me off.
This is giving me very like military vibes.
What is he giving them?
I know.
I don't know, but it looks like red pill, blue pill kind of. Oh, and they all took it at the same time.
They didn't even look down to grab it.
Wait, was that something you had expected from this video? Because you've heard this song before.
Yeah. I did not expect that from the video. It's a really weird intro. Like, I don't know.
Their previous videos, they're all like bad boy, but this is like a very different.
Oh yeah, because they're sort of in like, kind of like a submissive.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
It just feels like very like regulated, like very like uniform.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. These outfits though. Arms accessories! Yes!
Learning math?
They look so dead.
Oh my god. His hair.
Yes. So serious.
That could be some chopsticks. Some lip balm. They all need some lip balm. It's just so dry.
Okay. Whose back is he on? Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay, let's discuss.
Some lip balm, please.
It is 1 minute and 25 seconds, and so much has just happened.
So what do we think?
So weird. It's a little bit weird to me because it's just different than what we've seen. If we're comparing this to No More Dream and Bulletproof Part 2, this is different.
It's almost completely like opposite. Like at least the intro, like the cinematic part, not their like dancing and stuff, but like the intro and the cinematic part look almost the opposite of like what the theme was for the past two videos. And then there's like math on the board, and it's like, it's like appearing on their desks. Like, why math?
Overall, the color scheme of it though, I do like this cinematic thing. Like I like the white with a little bit of red as the accent, and like this theme in general I do like. And I like their outfits in this one. It's very much different than the last two, but I still like these. It does still have the same vibe as the other ones. It's just a little bit different.
I do like the video so far. It just seems so like off of what the theme was for the past two videos, but I do like the color scheme like you said.
Not this fake necklace. Yes! Everybody say no! Whoa, look at them in these Nikes! Jordan! Oh, see, this is the vandalism I was looking for. Oh my god, Jimin!
Jimin's arms are
These
out.
arms! Yes.
Whoa.
He looks way better in this one.
I like their socks. I want a pair. Their socks make BTS something.
Wow! This stage
This looks
like
like
they're
on!
Yeah.
This looks like on!
Yeah.
But the one where like Sue's not in it. I know exactly what you're talking
Shit. Good in a white leather jacket.
Hanging.
I love RM sunglasses though. Oh, Jimin! He had a little piercing.
Jimin's
Nice arm! That was a good transition though between the two setups. Oh, that's Jimin!
No, they got him.
Oh! Yo! Another acrobatic feat. Let's go!
Wow.
That was
Wow.
yeah. Yes. That was an impression.
I really like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it was really fun. It was enjoyable. I think it was like, to me, it seemed like less serious than the last two videos. It felt like they were more like putting back like that like rebellious vibe onto their stuff. And there's actually that scene of like oppression or whatever, rather than them just rebelling in general. Whereas like in No More Dream, like they were just there. There was nobody like trying to stop them. And in We Are Bulletproof, it was not really cinematic that much. So, but this one, like you get to see like an opposition. So, yeah.
If I had to compare it to the previous videos that we've watched, No More Dream was a good debut video, right? It introduced you to each person that's in BTS. The second one was more focused on who they were or who they are, like as a group. You know, it showcased different things that they could do. In this one, for me, I get way more of a message that they're trying to push. They're always talking about how, you know, to live your life the way you want to do things that make you happy, and not to fall into the idea that you need to do this in order to be happy, to make your parents happy, to do,
There was a whole like story to this music video that we, you know, maybe haven't seen, or at least to this extent in the previous music videos. Like they're in a classroom and you see there's like a teacher figure, and they're like fighting against this like authority figure. But there's like still like all the like the choreo and performance like sequences also.
I was reading, or I was watching a docuseries, and where they were saying that the culture in Korea is really heavy upon academic things. And I didn't realize that they would go to school, and then after school they would go to schools called cram school, and they would just, it's basically their entire first half of their life they're just studying. But then afterwards, then they just start working. Like there's no sense of like purpose unless that's really what you want to do. Then I was reading another thing about how at one point Korea had like the highest teen suicide rate. And I could totally imagine that that would be true, or I believe it, because if that's the lifestyle that you live at such a young age, you have so much pressure, you just get so stressed out, you know, and you think this is it because you don't know life beyond that. That's the only thing you know. I think this music video really drove that idea home. And what I also appreciate about this music video is that I didn't even read the words, even though they were translated on this video. And we watched this one specifically because it had captions. Without the captions, it still gave you the idea of do what makes you happy. Don't fall into that oppression and peer pressure to do what, you know, everyone else is doing just because everyone else is doing.
Yeah, this song isn't necessarily a song that I go back and listen to very often for no particular reason other than like it's just there's like so many other songs that I like more. Speaking to like the music video itself, like the whole like, you know, like classroom setting, like I feel like at this point in my life I'm so like far removed from that season that like it just the music video just doesn't resonate as much with me now where I am in this stage of life. But I think that if I were, you know, still in school and I had seen this music video, I would have appreciated that there was, you know, a group of, you know, musicians or, you know, like a group who's like my age that was actually acknowledging the pressures that, you know, we feel as students and like actually speak to those things in their music. Because although, I mean, you know, I didn't grow up in South Korea, obviously, but you know, like I felt the same pressures in high school where, you know, and I think this is true for a lot of, you know, kids that grew up in Asian households, like there was this expectation to do well in school and, you know, to study and get good grades and do well on your exams so that you can get into a good college and pursue a professional career after that. And those were just things that you were expected to do, and you couldn't even question why. If those things weren't things that you were passionate about it or even like interested in, it didn't matter, you know, that was just what was expected of you. If you didn't do well in school and, you know, you just felt like you were being like a disappointment or you weren't living up to your parents' expectations, and they, you know, they address that in the lyrics. They talk about, you know, not living somebody else's dreams, not living your parents' dreams. And they kind of, you know, introduce this possibility that you can actually like go and try to, you know, do things for yourself or live a life that you want to live and not necessarily, like cave to the pressures that are being put on you by like your parents or society around you.
I mean, me as a college student and growing up in that like Asian household, I wouldn't really like call myself like a first generation like immigrant college student. But because both of my parents did go to college in the Philippines, like the way they like raised me like academically is like still following that Asian tradition of like you have to do well in school, you have to keep going, like you have to like finish school so that you can start working. And like they don't really promote this like go for what makes you happy or like whatever like subject you're really interested in or like where you really want to work. Like it's mostly like encouraged that you follow like practical jobs, practical careers, like careers where you will always have a job. You're not really worried about like job security or like your paycheck too much. Like it's not dependent on like a performance. Entertainment careers are like really like discouraged, and I think I really like that they are using their platform that they're given as like, you know, an unconventional career choice for like Asians kind of. They're promoting like, oh, do what you want, do what makes you happy. And like they're kind of saying like, we understand like how you feel, like we hear you, we're your voice, we're trying to like, you know, like be there for you, let you know that you're not just going through this alone, like everyone experiences this. It's really showing like solidarity kind of. It's giving them a voice, giving them like motivation to like do what you want, and it's like a sign that you should really just follow what your heart wants and not just keep listening to like what your parents want you to do, pushing yourself so hard until you're at like the brink of like just falling apart completely.
I think this video just makes a statement. I think it just made that statement from beginning to end. The whole storyline, you know, is that the whole choreography from the beginning to the end was just the same. I mean, you know, they have each other trying to push the people away. They're, you know, trying to run away from that. They defended Jimin when he was by himself behind the line, you know, all those things. It just made a statement in everything that they had. Even their lyrics had it. I just wasn't paying attention. That's me. But it's a statement, the whole entire thing.
I think when you're like watching it, you're so kind of engrossed in the action of the music video and kind of like see, like you're sort of held in suspense, you know, waiting to see what happens next, especially, you know, when they've got like, for example, like Jimin cornered, or, you know, like it's very like action oriented. So you just kind of like want to watch it all the way through. I really like the outfits. I thought RM looked really hot.
Yeah!
I was just really into like the backward hat look.
Yes.
And of course, like, you know, he has the
good.
same swag that he always has, but I was very into it. Yeah.
Their outfits were very good. Their accessories were different, but still on point. And I feel like they're just always on point. Suga's outfit, though, I really like.
Oh, really?
I did. He's been having this, I think from the beginning, he's been having this whole, like, bandana thing going on. I
was really distracted by the hair. I couldn't focus on anything else about him.
This version of HYBE is probably my favorite so far of all three.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't wearing anything super weird. He wasn't wearing anything that was catching your eye and not allowing you to pay attention to what was going on. I think overall in the video, it wasn't really focused on them. I didn't get the feeling of like, this is BTS, we're BTS, pay attention to us. It was very much like, this is what we're trying to say. This is the message that we're sending out there, and I hope you understand from beginning to end.
Yeah. So this was, I think, the title track off their second album. So what do we
that's right.
think? Because, you know, this would have been like their first official comeback after their debut album, Too Cool for School, because this was the title track for Oh, Are You Late Too? Do you think this gives us like a different, I guess, a different look from BTS? Does this, I mean...
It's not my favorite song to listen to, honestly. I don't find myself, like you had mentioned, I don't find myself really coming back to the song to listen to. But the video is one that I have seen a couple of times because I do like the video itself. The song itself, like without the music video, I think doesn't drive home the same message as if you were to watch it. So I think that's why I can't really jam to this song versus We Are Bulletproof Right 2 and the previous.
But I think it does show a little bit of an evolution, or maybe at least just a different side of BTS, because, you know, Too Cool for School was very like hip hop oriented, and their videos that they put out with that album are very like sort of, you know, have that like hip hop look to it. This is the music sounds a little bit different. Like it sounds different. It doesn't sound like just a repeat of you know, No More Dream or Bulletproof Part 2.
To me, I do enjoy the song, and I love seeing it performed because it's just performed with like so much like power and like there's such a statement to it. It's such a statement piece that it's not a piece where you're like you constantly go back to, like it's a no skip song in a playlist. I do like the song though, and I did really enjoy the video. I just personally I feel like because it's such a statement like piece that they like a statement song, I don't really find myself coming back to it that much. But I do enjoy the song like when it comes up sometimes. I just have to be like in a certain mood to want to hear it. Yeah.
I think with this being their comeback, this was a strong comeback because this is their real comeback. The other video is not a comeback. But this is their actual comeback, and they came back with like a punch. I don't think that they meant to come back with like a hit. I think like they came to make a statement, and that was successful.
Like I don't feel like if I, you know, had seen BTS at debut and then you know, seen them come come out with this song for their comeback, I wouldn't have like thought it was a flop. Like I'd be like, oh, you know, this is still exciting.
Any other final thoughts? I can't think of anything either. There's really not much.
Not very much.
I
to
feel
think.
so bad, but it's not my favorite song. So
Okay.
it's
It'll make editing easier.
I
That's what I
guess
was
that's true.
thinking
And we
too.
just zoomed through like the whole entire video. That was our reaction to No, which I think stands for actually no offense.
No offense.
Right?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was our reaction to No.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe and leave your comments, any little like reactions that you guys had to watching down below, and make sure that you hit the little bell button so that you guys get notifications when we post a new video. And yeah.
Thanks for watching.